She was my world. She was my girl. Heartfelt words from a father who lost his young daughter way too soon. Bridget Porter, known as Biddy, died when she was just 10 at the hands of a 14-year-old girl. And for almost a decade, Biddy's dad, Dom, has been fighting a system he says has failed his family.
A million times we will miss you, a million times we will cry. In our hearts, you hold
She left a big hole in your heart, didn't she?
Yeah, she was my girl. Yeah, she was my world, 100%. Yeah.
Look, here's Daddy's present.
You were gone before we knew it, and only God knows why.
I can twinkle like a star.
She was an innocent, loving little girl.
We're going to charge you with murdering Bridget.
On a July morning in 2020, the 10-year-old girl murdered on a property in northwestern New South Wales. A 14-year-old girl was arrested.
Did you have anything to do with that?
She willingly surrendered to police.
Yep, just keep your feet on that step there.
It was a case that drew little media attention because laws prevented identifying the killer and her victim.
The suppression order that was apparently there to protect us did all. It did absolutely nothing to protect us. It protected the perpetrator and her family, and that's all it's done.
It took the Porter family 4 years to overturn the suppression order, allowing them to talk publicly about their daughter. Her name, Bridget Charlize Adele Porter, known as Biddy. Has time done anything to heal some of the wounds?
No, mate, no. Like, the wounds never get a chance to close before there's another mental health review tribunal, there's another birthday, there's another anniversary.
So how many knives do you have?
Biddy's dad, Dom, can't get the police interview with his daughter's killer out of his head.
We're going to charge you with murdering Bridget. Do you understand that?
Overrun with anger and wanting to take out revenge. I'll be 100% honest. I got to a point where I knew I was ready to do something that was violent and criminal.
The 14-year-old girl was found guilty but not criminally responsible due to mental impairment.
We just felt like we were misled by the DPP and the whole process. And this sums up the last 6 years as well. The whole process is too hard for people to comprehend. We went through several years where we legally weren't allowed to say Biddy's name. Like, that's just preposterous. It just makes no sense.
The conviction meant the killer remains under the care of the Mental Health Tribunal. Now, every 6 months, Biddy's family has to front up for a review of her mental state.
Perpetrator-centric system that is there to protect the perpetrator and to protect their mental health and their needs, and it has zero to do with the victim's family from my perspective.
Before Biddy's murder, Dominic was a bank manager. He'll never forget the day police turned up to break the news.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't process it. Hit the wall, then I had staff members come in. I fell to the ground in a heap.
Dom's life crumbled. Eventually, he lost his job. He was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Flashbacks every night. Every night I wake up to her mutilated face and body pressing on my body. That's become situation normal.
Over time, Dom's mental health deteriorated. He tried to take his own life.
I just couldn't do it anymore. I'd just given up. Yeah, everyone's got a window of tolerance, and mine had been breached for so long. I couldn't do it anymore. I just wanted to be with Biddy.
While his life fell apart, his daughter's killer was receiving treatment and care. He says she was even placed on the National Disability Insurance Scheme. So her killer was getting support from the NDIS?
Yeah, which again, in my mind, it just doesn't pass the pub test. Why is the perpetrator or criminal given much more rights than the victim, and we're forced to fund all this stuff ourselves, which is impossible?
Dom applied for and received a $300,000 NDIS package. He was promised the budget would be managed and he wouldn't have to worry.
I thought $300,000, there's no way in 3 years I'm going to ever access or need to spend that.
But according to Dom, his
that
NDIS
yeah.
package is a joke. He says it doesn't cover the one thing he so desperately needs: therapy for the mental burden he now carries.
But there's roughly about $200,000 worth of funding there, rough figures, that I can't use for the therapies that I actually need.
Why?
That's the wonderful structure of the NDIS.
It's a red tape nightmare, isn't
It
it?
is,
Really.
and it's impossible.
Dom even had to threaten self-harm
Still listen to
before
me.
he was taken seriously.
That's not justice, and that's not morally right. For all I know, that's probably just an email or a phone call.
For $50?
Yeah.
He says navigating the NDIS quagmire has been a massive hurdle.
I come from a corporate background. I can't get my head around it.
Wouldn't you think the National Disability Insurance Scheme would be set up to intervene at that time, when you were at your lowest, to help you?
Yeah, you would think.
Dom wants the system for victims of crime changed.
I don't think victims should actually be managed under the NDIS, personally. I think there should be a whole separate thing for especially heinous crimes.
An inquest into Biddy's killing is about to be held. Another nightmare for Dom and Biddy's mum, Rebecca, and it looks like they'll have to foot the legal bill themselves.
So the quote we've got from the lawyers is $17,500 each. That was when legal aid was going to provide some funding. I was informed yesterday legal aid isn't going to provide any funding, so that fee may then increase.
And you guessed it, the killer will receive free legal representation.
The perpetrator's entitled to legal aid. That, again, it just, maybe my moral compass spins differently to everybody else's, but that makes zero sense to me.
How do you feel you've been treated as a victim?
Horrendously. Like the system needs to change, and not just for me, for other families. I can't change what happened to Biddy. I don't have control over that. But what she would want and what I want is a better system that is victim-centric and that looks after victims, and we're just not left to fend for ourselves with minimal to no support.
Dom now wants victim support laws re-examined.
As it stands now, it's a crime to sell a knife to an under 16-year-old. Makes sense. There is no crime, apparently, to give a apparently mentally ill person multiple weapons and then leave them unattended with a child.
And he wants Biddy remembered.
People don't even know Biddy existed. They don't know what happened to her. But it was the least publicised murder known to Australia, and one of the worst crime as far as I'm aware.
With the help of the Homicide Victim Support Group, which has provided crucial financial support, Dom's focus is helping others.
And that's what Biddy would have wanted. So yeah, one get the story out there so that we can get that public pressure to change the way we do with victims. No, nobody can bring Biddy back. Nobody can change the last 6 years.
I can twinkle like a star.
But some good has to come out of this somewhere, and that's what Biddy would want, and that's what I want.
Star.
Love you to the moon and back.
It's impossible to comprehend what this family has and continues to endure. The coroner's inquest starts next week, and let's hope Dom gets the answers he deserves. And if you or someone close to you needs help, there is support available. Contact Lifeline on 13 11 14. That's 13 11 14.